I thought today we would sort of just go over bass lines and jazz guitar comping, and more specifically, the concept of the approach note. Now, the song that I'm using as our, bass line, so to speak, for this example is a song called "Mean to Me." I use this song one because it's fairly well known in jazz circles, and also because it's a really straight ahead tune, right? So basically, this is a 1-6-2-5. It's F to D minor to G minor, C, dominant 7, and then back to the tonic F. Now, the concept of the approach note when comping or doing jazz bass lines is really simple and very easy to understand. So, if we have the first note, right, the bass line would obviously, or the bass note rather, would just be F. Now, instead of just going immediately to D, something that creates a bit more movement and makes for an interesting bass line is to do F, then maybe, I guess it would be E flat, right, or D sharp to D, and then instead of just going straight to G, G sharp to G, maybe B to C, F sharp to F, or E to F, whatever. So the idea here is instead of just jumping from one tonic to the next tonic, you are going a half step or a half tone, however you'd like to think of it, a half tone either up or a half tone down from the target note. And so you are, essentially approaching it. I like to think of it sort of as a staircase, right? Doing this would be like you're taking, these big giant steps while walking up the stairs, like you're skipping over steps. This, however, is like you're walking up each individual step. Right? And now another thing you'll notice when I'm comping is I'm not just playing the notes for the bass line, I'm also getting the chord in there, which sounds like this. And so combining the bass line with the chords, which will definitely take some time to put together in a way that's, coherent and not kind of choppy. But once you get that, you'll come to realize that your comping's a lot more interesting. And it sort of mimics, if let's say you're a guitar player and a singer, or two guitar players. I often play in that setting of two guitar players. It sort of mimics an upright bass player. Now, obviously, you can't really mimic an upright bass player. There's nothing like that sound, but this is definitely a cool way to spice up your comping. And I'll do another tip video shortly.